Hi, Couch Potato Mike here. The following video you are about to watch may contain scenes and language and situations of a very adult nature. So if you are under the age of 18, please go get your mom to watch this video instead, and you switch to a different account and go watch one of my other fun videos. Alright, so viewer discretion is advised. Okay, now that all the kids are gone, hey, what is up? This is Couch Potato Mike, back here in the book club, reading you yet another chapter, chapter 13 specifically, of Freed, which is 50 Shades Freed, as told by Christian, by E.L.James. And we have been having a lot of fun with this book. But before we get into this chapter, I just want to remind you guys that only about a third of the people that watch these videos are actually subscribed. So go ahead, let's push that number on up. You other two-thirds, what are you waiting for? It won't hurt you. It's absolutely free. And if you don't like it, you get your money back. So go ahead and subscribe and give me a thumbs up because it helps out with that YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to ring the bell. That's better. Ring the bell so you know when these are coming out. And share. Tell everybody about this. I want everybody to hear me read the seductive words of one Mr. Christian Grey. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into Chapter 13, which takes place on Saturday, July the 23rd of 2011. What do you think Elliot has planned? Anna sprawled over me, her index finger making small circles through my chest hair. It's a weird sensation, one that I'm not entirely comfortable with. Enough. I grab her hand, threading my fingers through hers, and plant a kiss on the tip of the offending digit. Too much, she whispers. I slide her finger into my mouth, clamping my teeth gently around her knuckle and teasing the tip with my tongue. Ah, she coos, as a sensuous spark ignites in her eyes and she tips her pelvis against my thigh. Baby. She tugs her hand and I relax my jaw but close my lips as she eases her finger out of my mouth. She tastes mighty fine. Tenderly, she kisses the spot on my chest that her fingers traced while I stroke her hair and revel in this quiet moment. It's early, and the only items on today's agenda are my bachelor party, Anna's bachelorette party, and a shopping excursion with Caroline Acton. Anna raises her head. Do you think he'll take you to a strip joint? A chuckle rumbles in my chest. Strip joint? Anna giggles. I don't know what they're called. I sigh and close my eyes, envisioning the hell that Elliot probably has planned. Knowing Elliot, it's a distinct possibility. I'm not sure how I feel about that, Anna replies tartly. I grin and, rolling over, press her into the mattress. Why, Miss Steele, do you disapprove? I run my nose down hers, and she squirms beneath me. Deeply. Jealous. She makes a face. I'd rather be here with you, I reassure her. You're not really a party animal, are you? She says. No, more the loner. I figured this out. Her teeth graze my chin. Could say the same about you, I murmur. I'm the wallflower, nose in a book type. I skim my lips from her ear to her throat. You're too beautiful to be a wallflower. She groans and runs her fingernails over my shoulder blades as her body rises to welcome mine. She's still slick and wet from earlier, and I ease into her and we move together, slower and sweeter this time. Her nails dig into my back as she wraps her legs around mine and she raises her hips to meet me. Over and over, slow and sweet, she's building. I stop. Christian, don't stop, please, she begs. I love it when you beg, baby. I move slowly and grip her hair at the nape with both hands so she cannot turn her head. I gaze down at her, marveling at the intricate color of her irises. I move again, slowly, in, out, and then stop once more. Christian, please, she breathes. It will only ever be you, Anna. Always. Don't be jealous. I love you. I start once more. She closes her eyes and tips her head back and comes around me, triggering my own orgasm. With a cry, I fall to her side and catch my breath. When I resurface, I turn over and pull her to me, kissing her hair. I love waking up to Anna. Closing my eyes, I imagine every Saturday could be like this. Anastasia Steele has given me a meaningful future, something I've not considered with any seriousness before. And next Saturday, I get the piece of paper that proves it. She'll be mine. Until death do us part. Anna, lying on the cold, hard floor, flashes before my eyes. No. I rub my face. Stop, Grace, stop. I kiss her hair, breathing in her life-affirming fragrance, and I'm calmer. Must be around 9 a.m. I grab my phone from the nightstand to check the time. There's a text from Elliot. Elliot. Good morning, asshole. I'm sitting in your vast living room waiting for you to get your lazy ass out here. Stop what you're doing now, you dirty dog. What the hell? What is it? Anna asks, looking tousled and fuckable. Elliot's here. Outside? Anna sounds bemused. I ease her out of my embrace. No, he's here. She frowns. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I get up, stalk into my closet, and drag on a pair of jeans. Elliot is sprawled on my couch, staring at his phone. Good morning, hotshot. About time, he hollers. Glad you dressed for the occasion. He eyes my naked chest and feet with amused disdain. What in God's name are you doing here, dude? It's 9 a.m. Yep, surprise. Get your ass in gear. I got the day planned. What? I'm supposed to take Anna shopping. He scoffs, disgusted. She's a grown woman. She could do her own damn shopping. But, dude, I'm saving you. Shopping with women is hell. Go, put some clothes on, you pervert. And for fuck's sake, have a shower. I could smell the sex from here. Fuck off, I reply without heat. He really is a douche sometimes. You'll need hiking boots and sneakers, he calls after me. Both? How did you get in? I ask as we head down to the garage in the elevator. Taylor. Ah, that's why we have no security following us. Yep, I figured you were leaving with me, so you'd be fine. Your man Taylor was reluctant, but I persuaded him. I nod, pleased. Being continually dogged by our close protection team has been wearing. Anna and I have been holed up at a Scala for what feels like forever. Sawyer and Reynolds will keep an eye on her today, though. That's non-negotiable. He's been very helpful, Elliot says. Who? Taylor? And with that he hides a sly smile and stops talking. What does he have planned? Elliot is in a jubilant mood. It's catching. We're cruising in his pickup north along I-5. Where exactly are we going? I ask, over the god-awful yacht rock blasting from the cab. Surprise, he shouts. Relax, it's going to be fun. It's too late to tell him I'm not a fan of surprises, so I sit back and enjoy the cityscape as we head out of Seattle. We haven't spent any time together since we went mountain biking near Portland. That was a most interesting night. The first night I slept with Anna. The first night I slept with anyone. And Elliot fucked Anna's best friend. But then Elliot has fucked many of the women with whom he's come in contact. It's not surprising, really. He's good company. Easygoing, good-looking, I suppose. Women flock to him, I'll give him that. He puts them at ease. He's always been able to charm our mother. He knows how to treat Grace. I used to envy the easy way he'd spin around. Excuse me, guys. I used to envy the easy way he'd spin her around the kitchen floor or hug her or give her a passing peck on the cheek. He makes it look easy. As yet, he shows no sign of settling down. And if he does, I hope to God it's not with Kavanaugh. I send a quick text to Anna. No idea what Elliot has in mind. This is not how I plan to spend the day. Enjoy your shopping experience with Caroline Acton. Missing you. X. Anna. Missing you too. Love you. A. X. Elliot leaves I-5 for the 532. Kamano Island? I ask. He winks at me, which is annoying. I check my watch, then my phone. Dude, what gives? She'll be fine without you, for fuck's sake. Show some dignity. I pack some snacks. I know how disagreeable you get without food. Snacks? Where? He opens the car caddy, revealing subs, chips, and Coke. Ah, all of life's pleasures, if you're Elliot. Nutritious, I mutter dryly. It's all good stuff, bro. Quit complaining. This is your bachelor party. I laugh because chips and Coke is not my idea of a good time. Subs, on the other hand. I smirk at my little private joke and reach for a can of Coke. About 5 miles into Kamano Island, Elliot turns right. We drive through a farm gate into an open pasture, along a track, and up to a barn where he pulls into the parking lot. We're here. Where is here? Friend's place. It's not open to the public yet, but it will be soon. We're guinea pigs. What? Well, I figured marriage is pretty much a high-wire activity. I thought you should get some practice. What are you talking about? We're going ziplining. He grins and clambers out of the car. This is my bachelor party? It is not what I was expecting, but hey, ziplining could be fun. Elliot greets our host and we're directed into the barn where a series of hooks hold the safety equipment. Hard hats, harnesses, straps, and carabiners. It all looks reassuringly familiar. Hey, hotshot, these harnesses are damn freaky. We could get up to some kinky shit in these. Elliot blurts as he slips his on. And for once I'm at a complete loss as to what to say. Does he know? Are the tips of my ears red? Shit, has Anna talked to Kate? Elliot looks his usual guileless self, so I assume not, because if he knew, he'd have razzed the shit out of me. You're an idiot. This is like a shoot, I reply. Distraction is the best policy. Got a new sailplane last week. You should come out to Ephrata for a day and we can take her up. For 2? Yep. That would be super cool. We're on the first platform, surrounded by pine trees. To infinity and beyond! Elliot shouts and leaps off with all the fearlessness that I associate with his devil-may-fucking-care attitude. He whoops like a gorilla in the heat as he whizzes down the line, his joy contagious. He lands surprisingly graceful on the next platform about 100 feet away. Danielle, one of our guides, radios ahead to say I'm set and clips my lifeline to the zipline trolley. Ready, Christian? She asks with an overeager smile. As I'll ever be. Off you go. Taking a deep breath, I grab the carabiner beneath the trolley with one hand, my lifeline with the other, and I jump. I fly through the fresh, lush forest, the pulley whistling above me and the summer breeze on my face. I'm on a roller coaster without a car, sailing between the Douglas firs beneath a brilliant blue sky. And it's thrilling and liberating in equal measure. I land safely on the platform beside Elliot and the other guide. What do you think? Elliot claps me on the back. I grin. This is pretty fucking excellent. Danielle is last to land on the platform. That was our first. They get higher and faster. Bring it, I exclaim. 2 hours later, still buzzing from our high-wire activity, we're back on the road. Elliot behind the wheel. Bro, as experiences go, that was right up there, I acknowledge. Better than sex? Elliot cackles. You've only just discovered it, so probably not. I'm a little more discerning in my tastes than you are, dude. I just like to spread the love around. The big E wants what the big E wants. I shake my head with a snort of derision. I do not want to think about the big E. Can we get some real food now? Elliot greens. Nope, sorry, bro. You don't want a full stomach for what we have planned next. Eat the sub. Next? Elliot, the zipline was great. There's more? Oh, yes. Suck it up, buttercup. Gingerly, I pick up one of the subs. Those are made by my own fair hands. Don't put me off. The finest bologna, tomato, and provolone cheese this side of the Rockies have gone into those sandwiches. I'll take your word for it. You need to broaden your culinary horizons. With bologna. Whatever it takes, unwrap that for me. I peel off the parchment paper and hand him the dubious-looking creation. He shoves it into his mouth and starts to chow down. It's not a sight for the faint-hearted, and I realize I have no choice. It's bologna or starve. While I eat, I text Anna. Ziplining. That's what Elliot had planned. And bologna sandwiches. I'm living the dream. Anna. LOL. I'm spending a great deal of your money, not entirely consensually. Caroline Acton is a force to be reckoned with. She reminds me of you. Stay safe with whatever Elliot throws at you. Love you and miss you. XXX. I love it when you spend my money. It will very soon be your money too. We'll report on Elliot's next surprise. XXX. Elliot drives smoothly off I-5 onto the 2. Where the fuck are we going? I thought we were headed back to Seattle. Surprise, he responds to my questioning look. Seems to be his word of the day. 15 minutes later, he pulls into the parking lot at Harvey Airfield. Hey, there's a steakhouse here. We could have some real food, I grumble. Maybe later. We've got a class to catch. Class? Come on, hotshot. You've not guessed it yet? He drives past the steakhouse. No. We're taking the plunge because you're taking the plunge. What the hell? Elliot puts me out of my misery. Skydiving. Oh, okay. Fuck. It'll be great. I've done a tandem jump before. It's wild. Of course he has. You'll be fine. Yeah, sure. Listen, you get married and women don't let you do this shit. Come on. Together we walk through the parking lot toward the skydiving school and my heart races. I like to be in control. Tandem jumping means someone else is in control. And I'm strapped to them. And they're touching me. At a great altitude. Hell. I've been as high as 15,000 feet in my sailplane and 20,000 feet in Charlie Tango. But then I was seated and piloting an aircraft that could fly. Leaping out of a plane? Into the sky? At height? Never. Shit. But I simply cannot wimp out in front of Elliot. I swallow my apprehension as we enter the building. My brother has booked us an exclusive jump. After a short, informative video, we sit through a briefing with Ben, our instructor, and I'm grateful that it's just Elliot and me in the class. I was coached on how to use a parachute as part of my glider training, but I've never actually done a jump. While Ben is explaining what we need to do and what to expect, it occurs to me that I haven't provided this training for Anna. She needs to do this before we go up in the Ash 30 again. When Ben, who looks younger than me, has completed our instruction, he hands us each a waiver. Elliot signs it immediately while I read through. My anxiety begins to climb, settling in my stomach. I'm about to jump out of an aircraft from a high altitude. Deep breath, Gray. I realize that if something were to happen to me, Anna would be left with nothing. To hell with that. Once I've signed the form, on the back I write, "This is my last will and testament. In the event of my death, I leave all my worldly goods to my beloved fiancée, Anastasia Steele, to be dispensed with as she sees fit. Signed, Christian Gray. Date, July 23rd, 2011. I take a quick photo with my phone and zap it to Roz before handing the signed waiver back to Ben, who laughs. You'll be fine, Christian. Just preparing for all eventualities. I give him a quick forced smile. He laughs again. Okay, let's get you suited up. We leave the building and head across the tarmac to an open-air hangar where all the safety gear is located. Chutes, helmets, and harnesses. I'm detecting a theme. Elliot swaggers to the hangar as if he doesn't have a care in the world. It's infuriating, and right now I envy him more than ever. Ben hands us each a jumpsuit. Literally, a jumpsuit. Whoa. Hey, hotshot, more kinky shit. Elliot crows as he pulls the safety harness over his attire. I roll my eyes and turn to Ben. I apologize for Elliot. He only speaks asshole. You two related? Ben asks. Elliot and I exchange a look. Yes, but no, but yes. Brothers, Elliot responds, looking at me, and we both break into that secret smile that adopted siblings share. Ben knows he's missing something, but says nothing and helps first Elliot, then me into our harnesses. It's decided that I will tandem jump with Ben, and we're joined by Matt, who will tandem jump with Elliot. Another instructor, Sandra, tags along, complete with a GoPro to film the whole escapade. "Hi," Matt says as he shakes our hand. "Special occasion?" "My brother's bachelor party. He's experiencing the last gasp of freedom," Elliot says. "Congratulations," Matt says. "Thanks," I mutter dryly. "This is a surprise." "Good surprise?" Jury's out. Matt laughs. "You'll love it. Let's go. Pilot's ready." The five of us make our way across the runway to the waiting single-engine Cessna. "Last chance to change your mind, Gray." There are only 2 seats at the front of the plane, behind the pilot, but Matt and Ben sit down on the floor and motion for us to sit in front of them. We comply and they start the process of buckling us into their harnesses. As his hands move over to the straps, I realize that I'm not unnerved by the physical contact with Ben. He'll have my life in his hands. "You flown before?" he asks, raising his voice above the sounds of the engine. "I'm a qualified commercial pilot," I respond. "Rotocraft, and I have a couple of sailplanes. This'll be easy for you." My laugh is hollow. Yeah, no. I'm a pilot for a reason. I'm in control. I take a deep breath as the plane leaves the runway and begins its ascent. Snohomish Valley falls away as we climb higher and higher into the cloudless sky. Matt and Elliot are talking crap. Ben joins in. I block them out and think of Anna. What's she doing? Is her wardrobe complete? I think of her in my arms this morning, wrapped around me. I pace my hand on my chest where her finger traces small circles. Calm, Gray. Calm. As we near 12,000 feet, Ben hands me a leather cap complete with chin strap and some goggles. As I put them on, he runs through a quick reminder of all that I need to know. The other instructor opens the rear door. The draft is almost deafening. Shit, this is happening. "You got that?" Ben shouts, referring to his quick refresher. "Yes." Ben checks the altimeter on his right wrist. "It's time. Excited? Let's go!" We shuffle toward the open doors and the sound of the single engine and the wind rush even more thunderous. I glance at Elliot, who gives me a thumbs-up sign and a fuck you grin. "You asshole!" I yell as he laughs. I cross my arms and clutch onto my harness like my life depends on it, because my life depends on it. Then I'm hanging, attached to a man I don't know, over fucking Washington and the Snohomish Valley. I squeeze my eyes shut and for the first time in a billion years offer a prayer to the God that abandoned me years ago. Then I open them again. Whoa. I can see the Cascades, Possession Sound and San Juan Islands, and nothing but air beneath me. "Here we go!" Ben shouts and launches us out of the aircraft. "Fuck!" I bellow, and I'm flying. Really flying above the earth. Either I don't have time to be afraid or the adrenaline streaking through my body has blotted out the fear. It's super exhilarating. I can see for miles, and because I'm not behind the glass or plastic, it's hyper real. I'm in the sky, cloaked in it. It's holding me up. The rushing sound of air as we dive into the ground is familiar, like an old friend. I free my hands and hold them out to feel the wind racing through my fingers. Ben holds a thumb up in front of my face and I return the compliment. This is beyond amazing. I'm recording! Scanning above me, I get a glimpse of Elliot and Matt, and Sandra comes whooshing past us. The camera turned toward Ben and me. My grin is goofy. "This is great!" I call out to Ben as we surf the sky. I see Ben raise his wrist. We're at 5,000 feet. He tugs at his ripcord and we slow immediately as above us a multicolored canopy unfurls. The nature of the dive changes from terminal velocity to slow motion, and all is quiet as we hang in the air. My anxiety evaporates, replaced by an inner calm that surprises me. I'm on top of the world, quite literally walking on air. Ben's got this. He knows what he's doing, and from somewhere deep in my mind, the thought materializes in my head. I hope that my marriage to Anna is this thrilling and this easy. The view is breathtaking. I wish she were here. though it would give me a coronary watching her jump out of a plane. Want to steer? Ben asks. Sure. He hands me the risers. I tug on the left and we turn slowly and gracefully in a wide circle. Dude, you've got this, Ben calls, patting my upper arm. We do another circle before Ben takes the risers back in order to steer us toward the landing zone. The ground is approaching its speed, and I lift my knees as instructed as Ben gently drops to the ground. We both land on our asses, and the ground team is there to welcome us. Ben unclips his harness from mine, and I stand, feeling a little unsteady from the adrenaline rush. Behind us, Elliot and Matt land, Elliot whooping like a gorilla again, his favorite form of expressing excitement. I pause and catch my breath. How was it? Ben asks. Man, that was sublime. Thank you. Great. He offers a fist bump and I return it. Elliot rushes over to join us. Fuck, man, I exclaim. Rad, huh? I was shitting bricks. I know. It's good to see you finally losing your fucking cool for once. It's a rare event, bro. Elliot laughs and his grin reflects mine. Better than sex, he asks. No, but close. 15 minutes later, we're back in his pickup. Dude, I could use a drink after that, I say, and I can't shake my shit-eating grin. Me too. Well, we're going to part 3 of your bachelor party. Fuck, there's more? Elliot clams up. Smug asshole, he's not telling me. I check my phone. Anna. Home. We shopped till we dropped, and I'm going to have a bath, then get ready to meet Kate. I haven't heard from you. You know I worry. A. XXX. We were skydiving from 12,000 feet. You were right to worry, but it was amazing. Reminds me, you need parachute training. If I don't see you, enjoy your night out, but not too much. Anna. Skydiving. Wow. Glad you're safe. Parachute training? Didn't we do that last week in the Red Room? Wink. I laugh out loud. What? Elliot asks. I shake my head. Nothing. Elliot drives back to a Scala, though this time he lets me play some decent music from his phone. As we ride the elevator up to the penthouse, he says, You need to get changed. Something smarter. What have you got planned? He winks. Asshole. That's a given, he grins. The doors to the elevator open, and I'm hoping to see Anna. My gear is in your spare bedroom. I'll see you down here in half an hour. We're leaving then. Okay. I'm hoping to catch Anna in the bath. She's not in the living room, and I worry that she's left already, but I find her in the bedroom. Halting on the threshold, I watch quietly as she adds the final touches to her makeup. Wow. Anna looks stunning. Her hair is styled in an elegant chignon. She's wearing high heels and an off-the-shoulder black dress that shimmers. She turns and is startled when she sees me. She takes my breath away. Hanging from her ears are her second-chance earrings. I didn't mean to spook you, I whisper. You look lovely. She smiles her warm, welcoming smile that's full of love. It swells my heart and she sashays toward me. Christian, what a lovely surprise. I wasn't expecting to see you. She raises her lips to mine and I give her a quick kiss, then pull back. She smells of heaven and home. If I kiss you properly, I'm going to mess up your makeup and peel you out of that elegant dress. Oh, that would never do. She giggles and does a quick twirl. Her skirt flares up slightly, revealing a little more leg. You like? She asks. I lean against the door jamb and cross my arms. It's not too short. I approve. You look great, Anna. Who's going to be there? I narrow my eyes, feeling at once ridiculously proud that she's mine, but also territorial. She's mine. Kate, Mia, some girls from WSU. Should be fun. We're starting with cocktails. Mia? Anna nods. I haven't seen her in a while. Say hi from me. I hope there's food on your itinerary. I arch a brow in warning. Drinking rule number 1. She laughs. Oh, stow your twitchy palm, Christian. We're having a meal. Good. I don't want her getting drunk. She glances at her watch. I'd better go. I don't want to be late. I'm glad you're back in one piece. I'd never forgive Elliot if anything happened to you. She offers me her lips once more, and I get another swift kiss. You look gorgeous, Anastasia. She picks up her evening bag from the bed. Laters, baby, she says with a coquettish smile as she struts past me out of the room looking like $1,000,000. I follow her out and watch her join Sawyer and Reynolds in the foyer. I salute them and they all file into the elevator. I head back into my ensuite for a quick shower. 20 minutes later, dressed in a dark navy suit and crisp white shirt, I'm in the kitchen, waiting for Elliot. In the fridge, I find some pretzels. Fuck, I'm hungry. Elliot appears in the doorway. He's wearing a dark suit, a gray shirt, and a tie. Shit. Do I need a tie? Where the hell are we going? No. Sure? Yup. Why are you wearing one? You get to dress like this all the time. I don't. Changes it up for me. Besides, a suit and a tie is catnip to women. What about Kavanaugh? Elliot smirks at my questioning look and Taylor joins us. Ready, sir? He asks Elliot. Taylor drives us south on I-5. Where the fuck are we going, Elliot? I ask. Relax, Christian, it's all good. He looks out of the window, seemingly at ease, while I drum my fingers on my knee. I hate not being in the know. Taylor takes the turn off for Boeing Field, and I wonder if there's some seedy strip club based around here. I glance at my watch, 6:20 p.m. He turns into signature flight support, and behind the terminal, sitting on the tarmac, is the GEH Gulfstream. What? I exclaim to Elliot. From his inside jacket pocket, Elliot produces a passport. You're going to need this. We're leaving the country? Taylor drops us at the terminal entrance, and I follow Elliot into the building, bewildered. Elliot! Kavanaugh's blonde, surfer dude brother strides up to my brother and shakes his hand. He scrubs up well in a pale gray suit. I note he's not wearing a tie either. Ethan, great to see you. Elliot responds and claps him on the back. Christian. Ethan shakes my hand. Hi, I respond. Mac, Elliot exclaims, and Liam McConnell, who works at the GEH shipyard and also looks after my yacht, the Grace, strides over to us. Mac, we shake hands. It's good to see you, I tell him. I'd just like you to know I have no idea what the hell is going on. He laughs. Neither do I. We all laugh and turn to Elliot as Taylor joins us. You knew about this? I ask Taylor. Yes, sir. He looks as earnest and amused in equal measure. I laugh and shake my head. Shall we go? Elliot says. Canada, I guess. Correct, Elliot responds. We are installed in the first 4 seats of my G550, sipping Cristal champagne and eating the canopies that Sarah, our flight attendant, distributed as we taxied onto the runway. Taylor is at the back reading a Lee Child novel. Stefan and the first officer Bailey are at the controls. I'm guessing Vancouver, I say to Elliot. Bingo! I figured you might have less a chance of being recognized behaving badly in British Columbia. What the hell have you got planned? Easy, Tiger, Elliot responds and raises his glass. Once we're airborne, Sarah serves beer and fresh hot pepperoni pizza from a local pizzeria in Georgetown. I think this is a first. Pizza in my private jet. But this is Elliot's idea of heaven. Frankly, I'm so hungry it's mine too. Mac, who's sitting opposite, and I both wolf down our food. That didn't touch the sides, Mac says in his Irish brogue. Elliot has had me ziplining and tandem skydiving already today. Holy shit, no wonder you're starving. The journey time is less than 15 minutes. When we pull up outside the Vancouver Signature Flight Support Terminal, Taylor is the first off, carrying our passports for the immigration official who has come to meet the plane. Ready? Elliot says. Unbuckling his seatbelt and standing up to stretch my legs, Taylor is at the wheel of a Suburban on the tarmac. We all pile in, and he sets off for the bright lights of downtown Vancouver. We have a cooler full of beer. My 3 companions dive in, but I decline. Man, you were not staying sober tonight, Elliot sputters in disgust and hands me a beer. Fuck. I loathe being drunk. With a roll of my eyes, I reluctantly take the bottle. It's early. We'll be drinking more, and I'll need to pace myself. I clink bottles with him and Mac and Ethan, who are seated behind us. Cheers, gentlemen. I take a sip and let the drink linger in my hand. Our first stop is the bar at the Rosewood, Georgia Hotel. I've been before on business, but never in the evening. Its wood-paneled walls and leather seats give it an old-world charm, and tonight it's heaving with the great and the good of Vancouver. Men in suits, women elegantly dressed. It has a lively vibe. Elliot orders around, and we sit at the reserved table, and our conversation turns to Ethan's endeavors to get into the Seattle University to do a master's in psychology. Since Anna moved out, he's now living with Kate in Anna's old room. Maybe living with his sister is challenging. I wouldn't be surprised. Perhaps that's why he's outpacing us on drinks. He's finished his beer first and volunteers to buy the next round. Mac talks to us about the Grace. He's one of the craftsmen who built her, but it seems he's turning his hand to boat design and has some ideas to make the catamaran we custom build even more aerodynamic. It's weird. I never do this. It's only when Elliot drags me out, usually with his friends, of whom there are many, that I get to enjoy the company of men my own age. Elliot is a social glue, sticking us all together and never letting the conversation lag. He's such a people person. Our conversation moves inevitably to the Mariners and the Seahawks. We're all fans, it would seem, of both teams. By the end of the second round, we've all relaxed into one another's company, and I'm enjoying myself. Okay, drink up. Next stop, Elliot announces. Taylor is waiting outside in the SUV. Ethan is already buzzed. This could get interesting. I'm tempted to ask him about Mia, but part of me doesn't want to know. The next venue is in Yaletown, a district renowned for redeveloped old warehouses that now house hip bars and restaurants. Taylor drops us at a nightclub where dance music pulses into the street, even though it's still relatively early. Inside the dark industrial interior, the bar is doing brisk business and having a table in the VIP area. Let me read that line again, guys. I kind of messed that one up. Taylor drops us at a nightclub where dance music pulses into the street, even though it's still relatively early. Inside the dark industrial interior, the bar is doing brisk business, and we have a table in the VIP area. That's better. I stick with beer while Ethan and Max scan the room, I think to check out the local talent. You're not interested? I ask Elliot. You're not interested? I ask Elliot. He laughs. Not tonight, hotshot. He side-eyes Ethan, and I wonder if he's holding back the big E because Kate's brother is here. I glance at my watch, curious to know what Anna is doing, and I'm tempted to call Sawyer. Frankly, there's only so much socializing I can tolerate, but our conversation turns to the new house. After another 2 rounds, Elliot has us on the move again. Taylor is ready with the SUV, and he drives us to the next venue, a strip club. Shit. Dude, don't get uptight. This stop is in the bachelor party rule book. Ethan claps his hands, but his smile doesn't reach his eyes. I think he's just as uncomfortable as I am. Do not, under any circumstances, buy me a lap dance, I warn Elliot, and I'm reminded of a time not too long ago when I was in the dark depths of a private club in Seattle, where anything goes. That was a lifetime ago. Elliot laughs. What happens in Vancouver stays in Vancouver. He winks at me, and we're led to another VIP table. This time my brother has ordered a bottle of vodka, which arrives with ceremony. Sparklers and a chorus of women in short red skirts and bikini tops that barely cover their nipples, who all cheer and with enthusiastic applause. I worry for a moment that they're going to sit down with us, but once the shot glasses are lined up, they move on. There are beautiful women everywhere. I watch one, a lithe blonde with dark eyes. She starts to remove her clothes with athletic grace while doing various gymnastic moves and poses on the pole. I can't help thinking that if she were a man, this would be an Olympic sport. Mac is mesmerized, and I wonder if he has a partner. No, I'm single. Looking, he says when I ask. His eyes return to the energetic blonde. I nod, but I'm at a loss as to what to say because I'm in no position to offer any relationship advice. I'm still amazed that Anna has consented to be mine. In fact, she's consented to a great many things. I smirk as my mind catapults to thoughts of the Red Room last weekend. Yeah, the memory has an arousing effect on my body. I take out my phone. No, Elliot says. Put it away. My phone? We both laugh and I sink a shot of vodka. Let's go somewhere else, I say. You don't like it here? No. Jesus, you're one uptight motherfucker. Dude, this is not my scene. Okay, we have one more stop. This was the traditional, customary part of your bachelor party. You know, it's the unwritten law. I don't think Anna would be very impressed. Ethan claps me on the back and I freeze. So don't tell her. And something in his tone puts my hackles up. Are you fucking my sister? Ethan jerks his head back as if I've hit him, shocked. He raises both his hands. No, dude, no offense. She's attractive and all, but she's just my friend. Good. Keep it that way. He laughs nervously, I think, and downs 2 shots of vodka. My work here is done. You going to frighten off all her would-be boyfriends? Elliot asks. Maybe. He rolls his eyes. Let's get you out of here. This place is doing nothing for your mood. Okay. We ditch the vodka and I leave an obscene cash tip on the table. Back in the SUV, my humor is restored. Taylor's at the wheel and we're heading out of downtown Vancouver in the direction of the airport. But we don't go back to the plane. Taylor pulls up outside a sprawling, nondescript hotel and casino complex that flanks the Fraser River. Marriage is a gamble, Elliot says with a grin. Life is a gamble, dude. But this is more my scene. I figured you always beat me at cards, he responds. How are you still sober? It's just math, Elliot. I haven't had that much to drink, and right now I'm grateful. Elliot and Ethan head for the craps and roulette tables, while Mac favors the blackjack and I the poker table. There is a respectful but expectant hush in the room. I am $118,000 up, and this is the last game I'm going to play. It's getting late. Behind me, Elliot is watching. I don't know where Ethan and Mac are. The final hand is in play. Both players beside me fold in turn. I have 2 jacks, and because this is the final game, I'm on a roll, I raise, and toss $16,000 worth of chips onto the pot. The opponent on my left, a woman who must be in her 50s, folds immediately. I've got nothing, she grumbles. My remaining opponent, who reminds me of my dad, glances at me, then back at his cards, and carefully counting out chips, he matches my bet. Game on, Gray. The dealer collects the folded cards and briskly lays out the flop. Hallelujah. A jack and a pair of 9s. I have a full house. I stare impassively at my rival as he fidgets, checks his cards once more, his lively dark eyes flitting to me and back to his cards. He swallows. He's got jack shit. Check, my challenger says. Showtime, Gray. Slowly, for full effect, I tap my finger on the green baize, then gather my chips together and place $50,000 into the pot. Raise, I state. The dealer responds, $50,000 raise? My opponent huffs, picks up his cards, and tosses them in disgust into the center of the table. Inside, I'm dancing. I've made $134,000. Not bad for 45 minutes of play. I'm done, says the lady beside me. Sorry, I'm done, says the lady beside me, and she nods in my direction. Thanks for the game. I've got to go too. I toss a generous chip to the dealer as a tip, gather the rest of my winnings, and stand. Good night. Elliot steps forward and helps me with my chips. You're a lucky son of a bitch, he says. Just before midnight, we board the plane. I'll have an Armagnac, Sarah. Thank you. Now you start drinking, Elliot exclaims. We all came out on top, Mac observes. Must be your luck rubbing off on us, Christian. I'll drink to that, says Ethan. I smile, settling into the plush leather of my seat. Yes, my win is a good omen. What a great way to end an most enjoyable day. And what a great way to win a most enjoyable chapter. Or end a most enjoyable chapter, as they say. That was a good one. And it's nice to know that at some point before their wedding, even if it was right before Skydive, Christian just straight out writes a will, leaves everything to Anna, and like sends a picture of it to Roz. So yeah, no, he really does not care about the money. I mean, I imagine he loves the money. He loves being master of the universe, but he loves her more, and he's willing to give her every single penny he has. I mean, he makes that abundantly clear throughout the books. Without her, he's nothing. But I mean, he just put it in writing right before, a week before they get married. So, how amazing is that? Christian's a good man. Christian's a good man, and this is a good book, and that was a good chapter. And unfortunately, it's time for goodbye. So for the Couch Potato Mike YouTube channel, this is Couch Potato Mike reminding you that in the end, we're all stories. So let's make them good ones. See you next time, guys.